Εκ μέρους της Επιτροπής του Συνδέσμου Αμοχώστου, σας καλωσορίζουμε στην απόψινή βραδιά και θέλω να ευχαριστήσω όλους σας. Η παρουσία σας μας χαροποιεί. Ευχαριστούμε για τη συμπαράσταση που μας παρέχετε και που βρίσκεστε απόψε εδώ όλοι μαζί. Σε αυτή τη βραδιά θα μας διασκεδάσουν οι γνωστοί αμοχωστιανοί μουσικοί Νίκος Σαββίδης και Γιώργος Γρηγορίου. Και θα απολαύσετε τη ξακουστή σούβλα του αγαπητού μας Σωτήρη Καμπανέλα. Σας ευχόμαστε να περάσετε μια ευχάριστη βραδιά. Και τώρα θα σας ομιλήσει ο κύριος Βασίλης Μαύρου, ο πρόεδρος της Επιτροπής Αμοχώστου. Ευχαριστώ πολύ.
Ladies and gentlemen, Famagusta Association of Great Britain welcomes you all to our dinner and dance. Our special welcome is extended to our compatriots Turkish Cypriots who are with us at all times in our struggle to return to our beloved city of Famagusta and to live in our country in conditions of peace, without refugees and the Turkish army of occupation. It is our pleasure to welcome the Member of Parliament for Islington North, Mr. Jeremy Corbyn, and his wife, who have joined us this evening. Jeremy Corbyn is a tireless supporter of Cypriot rights and of our efforts for freedom, for the reunification of Cyprus, the return of all refugees to their properties and land, under conditions of peace and security, without the presence of the Turkish army of occupation. Jeremy is a firm supporter of a federal Cyprus with one single international personality, one sovereignty, one citizenship, and one nationality. Jeremy, we sincerely thank you for all your efforts and support to our struggle. Αγαπητοί φίλοι, εκ μέρους του Συμβουλίου του Συνδέσμου Αμοχώστου του Ηνωμένου Βασιλείου, σας καλωσορίζω στη σημερινή μας βραδιά. Θέλω να ευχαριστήσω όλους εσάς που ανταποκριθήκατε στο κάλεσμά μας και βρίσκεστε εδώ μαζί μας για τον κοινό μας αγώνα για μια Κύπρο ελεύθερη και ενωμένη. Ειδικές ευχαριστίες εκτείνονται και στους Τουρκοκύπριους συμπατριώτες μας, οι οποίοι στάθηκαν στο πλευρό μας για την επιστροφή της Αμοχώστου στους νόμιμους κατοίκους της. Δυστυχώς, είμαστε μακριά από την πόλη μας, την Αμόχωστο, την πόλη του Ευαγόρα, εκεί όπου μας ένωναν τα όνειρα για το αύριο και της ελπίδας, για ένα καλύτερο μέλλον. Είμαστε αναγκασμένοι να ζούμε στην εξορία, σε αυτή τη χώρα, χωρίς τα αγαπημένα μας πρόσωπα και να περιμένουμε την επιστροφή. Αν και είμαστε μακριά από την αγαπημένη μας πόλη και μακριά από όλα εκείνα που μας θυμίζουν, που μας τη θυμίζουν, εμείς πάντα την έχουμε στο μυαλό μας και θα αγωνιζόμαστε συνεχώς ώσπου να γίνουν και πάλι δικά μας. Η σκέψη μας είναι πάντα στραμμένη στους δικούς μας ανθρώπους, τους βαροσιώτες και τις βαροσιώτισσες, στους γνωστούς μας δρόμους, στις πλατείες, στα γήπεδά μας, τις εκκλησίες μας και τις πανέμορφες ακρογιαλιές μας. Είναι δε πολύ συγκινητικό που συγκεντρωνόμαστε και συναντιόμαστε εδώ και στρέφουμε τη θύμηση πίσω, στην Αμόχωστο, την πόλη μας. Εμείς, από τη μεριά μας, δίνουμε όρκο ότι όσος καιρός και να περάσει, εμείς αγωνιζόμαστε για τα δίκαιά μας και τη μεγάλη επιστροφή. Θα αγωνιζόμαστε για μια ελεύθερη Κύπρο, χωρίς στρατούς κατοχής και χωρίς πρόσφυγες. Η δική μας υπόσχεση είναι ότι δεν θα υποστείλουμε ποτέ τη σημαία του αγώνα, ώσπου ο ήλιος της λευτεριάς και της δικαιοσύνης θα ανατείλει στην πόλη μας και θα ζήσουμε και πάλι σε μια ελεύθερη αμόχωστο. Ευχαριστώ. Τώρα θα ήθελα να καλέσω τον Τζέρεμι Κόρπιν έτσι να μας πει κάτι το πολύ σύντομο. Τζέρεμι Κόρπιν.
Thank you very much for inviting Laura and myself along this evening. Britannia Road N12 seems a bit like coming home to me, and I'll explain why. You notice that that very deeply unattractive office block across the road called Britannia House. The architect of Britannia House isn't here, is it? That's right. That's okay then. Because architects get very funny about their buildings. In the 1980s, I used to work in that building as an organiser for the National Union of Public Employees. And the late, great Bernie Grant and myself would take coffee up there and look out over the golf course and say what a wonderful area this was. It's not a bit like the Holloway Road or Tottenham High Road. And we worked in that office, and I was there for a very, very long time. And Vasilis, thank you very much for inviting me along this evening. Vasilis is a good friend from a very, very long time ago. And at one time he was a helper, a voluntary advisor and helper and researcher in my office in Islington, particularly on matters to do with Cyprus, the politics of Cyprus, the need for the reunification of Cyprus, and of course the whole Cypriot community. And I want to say now, thank you very much, Vasilis, for all you did at that time. And all the help and support you gave me during that time, because the community and the Famagusta Association have been through an awful lot over a very long time. When I first became involved in any way with the issue of Cyprus in 1974, when I was the agent of Hornsey Labour Party, and I was elected as a councillor for Haringey Ward in May 1974, or it was called South Hornsey in those days. And that ward contained very many people who had recently come from Cyprus because of the invasion. And we then confronted Harold Wilson about this during an election meeting in October 74, and we took up the cause then of the need for the withdrawal of all foreign troops from Cyprus and the reunification of Cyprus as a single international entity with a single citizenship and a single place in the world. I believed that then, I've always believed it, I believe it now, and will spend the rest of my life believing that, and I hope to see it carried out, as I'm sure all of you do here. And the cause of Cyprus is, of course, the cause of peace in the world, and that means negotiating, it means working with other people, and I think there are good times and bad times, there are good possibilities and bad possibilities. Maybe we've moved into a situation now where there is a possibility of getting some kind of agreement so we can end that division of the island, bring about the reunification of Cyprus for the good of everybody in Cyprus on a federal basis. Let's all work for that and make sure that the political establishment in Britain understands that. The other thing I wanted to say was quite simply this, about life and community. Everyone in this room has made a journey, either a physical journey or a political journey or many kinds of journeys, and ended up living in this wonderful city of London. London, to me, is an example to the whole world, where people of every faith, every nationality, every idea can live, by and large, in harmony and respect each other. We're an example of what can be achieved around the world. And whilst I love representing my community in Islington, and I love the support that I've often received from the community, and I'm deeply grateful to them for that, I got so angry during the last election campaign, not just on a party political basis, but on the basis of the kind of world we want to live in. When people tell me that the problem in Britain is immigrants and immigration, the problem in Britain is the need for ensuring there are proper services and supplies for everybody, respecting everybody, and not blaming those people that have come here, worked hard, paid taxes, made a contribution, and made our society what it is today. We are prosperous and well off in Britain because of the work of migrants that came here and made an effort, as well as those that have always lived here. And I do feel very strongly about that. And Rena and Kostas Papadopoulos are very close and very deep friends of mine. Kostas used to cut my hair, and he's now promising to come and cut it again. Has anybody got a pair of scissors? We'll do it tonight. He's promised to do it again. They're very close and very deep friends of mine. I've known them for many, many years. And Rena and I was just having a discussion now about what makes people happy in life. Yeah, we all want to be secure. Yes, we all want somewhere decent to live. Yes, we all want to have a degree of security of our standard of living. But we also need something else, and that is each other. That is community. What makes people healthy, what makes people happy, what helps them to live longer, what helps them have better health is actually that sense of understanding of community, respect for each other. And the Cypriot community has that in bucket loads. It has that sense of community, that sense of support, and that sense of mutual solidarity, which is something that I really value and admire so much. That is what really society has to be about. People looking after and caring for each other, whether it's a geographical community, a linguistic community, faith community, all kinds of communities. But communities are something that is very, very important. So the Famagusta Society is brought together with the aim, the aspiration, the hope, and the absolute determination that we will go back. Famagusta will become part of Cyprus, a reunited Cyprus in the future. That is something that unites us, but it also brings us together in lots of other ways. And so, to me, representing as I do a very mixed and multicultural community in London, I love that, and I wish people around the rest of the world could see it and enjoy it. And I'll finish on this point. As you know, my area includes Finsbury Park, and when there was an enormous amount of quite unnecessary media attention on the Finsbury Park Mosque, a journalist from the New York Times came and followed me around all morning, talking to people, doing my advice bureau and everything else. I didn't mind particularly. And at the end of it, he said, what's this area like? And I said, well, it's good, really. Behind me, there's a mosque. Down the road, there's a Greek Orthodox church. Up there, there's a synagogue. Over there's a Catholic church. Over there's a Church of England church. There's a Methodist church. There's a Baptist church. There's some Buddhists down the road. There's a lot of atheists over there. There's some fundamentalist Christians over there. There's some humanists over there. And by the way, that shop over there, they only speak a certain dialect of Chinese. The other shop over there is Turkish. They speak Arabic. And the people over there speak Greek. But watch the guy across the road. He doesn't speak much other than French. And he said, my God, you've got a tough job on your hands. How do you cope? I said, it's great, it's fun, and that's how the world has to be. Thank you very much.
Για τον Βασίλη αυτό. Του ευαγοραγή, παιδιά της αμοχώς του, της αγίας γης, της Ασίας μόνη, της εκπομπής πλαστή, όλοι μαζί θα έρθουμε ξανά σ' αυτή τη γη. Κωνσταντίας καρπή, παιδιά της αμοχώς του, της Αγίας της εκπομπής εγγόνια, της ασυνόησαν δει. Όλοι θα επιστρέψουμε πάλι σ' αυτή τη γη. Ενώστε τώρα η πυγμή, η ελπίδα ακόμα ζει, ένα μήνυμα να φύγει, μια φωνή να ακουστεί. Η μέρα που βγαίνει καράξει, δεν θα αργήσει να φανεί. Του απογόνη, του ευαγόρα γη, παιδιά της αμοχώς του, της Αγίας γης. Του απογόνη, του ευαγόρα γη, όλοι μαζί θα χτίσουνε ξανά αυτή τη γη. Όλοι μαζί θα χτίσουνε ξανά αυτή τη γη. Ευχαριστώ.
Για τον φίλο μου τον Γιώργο, τον Μιχαηλίδη. Και για τον Σόκο.
Δεν ξεχνάς το Σόκο. Το Σόκο το πολιτάκι.
Είσαι βλαστός της αμοχώς του, του προοδευτικού κόσμου, ομάδα του Φακό. Σύμβολο έχεις στο βυθό, το λαϊκό σου σωματείο, πρώτο στο στάδιο στο στίβο, το πνεύμα σου το αθλητικό, το έμβλημα Ολυμπιακό. Σαλαμίνα, Σαλαμίνα, ο πισός σου ανάβει ψηλά. Σαλαμίνα, Σαλαμίνα, η αμόχως του σε καρτερά. Του τέχνου και του ευαγόρα, ομάδα πρώτη στα σταλόνα, ρίση κίνηση σκορπάς, γιατί έπαιζε πόλεμας, με ερυθρόλευκη φανέλα, όλοι σου φωνάζουν ένα, σου φωνάζει ο λαός, στο ένα και πελό εμπρός. Σαλαμίνα, το πισός σου ανάβει ψηλά. Σαλαμίνα, Σαλαμίνα, η αμόχως του σε καρτερά. Είσαι η νέα Σαλαμίνα, που τόσα χρόνια δεν σε είδα, στο στάδιο το δημοτικό. Προσμένω πάλι να σε δω, στο κύωνα σου παραμένει, έσβες τη φρότα περιμένει, την Άγια Μέρα Θεού. Προσμένει την επιστροφή. Σαλαμίνα, Σαλαμίνα, ο πισός σου ανάβει ψηλά. Σαλαμίνα, Σαλαμίνα, η αμόχως του σε καρτερά. Σαλαμίνα,
Σαλαμίνα, ο πίσω σου ανάβει ψηλά. Σαλαμίνα, Σαλαμίνα, η αμόχος του σε καρτερά. Η αμόχος του σε καρτερά. Η αμόχος του σε καρτερά.
Σου το δίκτυα, απλώνεις ξανά τα φτερά. Ανόρθωση μάνα, τον ήρου κομμάτα και θρύλος μες στην προστιά. Μεγάλη κυρία είναι να βρεις ιστορία, σημαία για τη λευτεριά. Αναλανόλευτη θύμερα, ανοίγεις μεριά στα φτερά. Και τα ιστροχώρα στην ήλεβα τώρα της κόρης θα παναγραφέ. Στον χρόνο σου έλα ξανά χαμογέλα, βασίλισσα στο Κασιέ. Χαίρετε ανόρθωση, αμόχωστος επιστροφή. Το τρόπαιο πάλι ψηλά. Ανόρθωση μάνα, γρηγιά μας αμάλα και λεγαλάκια θεά.
Και δεξιούς και αριστερούς και κόκκινους και μπλε, εμείς είμαστε ένα χρώμα. Αμόχωστο. Αυτό είναι το μήνυμα, παιδιά. Ούτε κόκκινα βλέπουμε, ούτε μπλε, ούτε δεξιά, ούτε αριστερά. Ευχαριστώ.
Καλωσορίζουμε τα κορίτσια στην πόλη του Πράικτον.
Για το Hellenic TV. Σαπένα, Νίκη.
Μαρία,
σήμερα ακριβή, την αγαπώ πολύ και τη ζητώ κρυμή. Αντί για να μου στείλει τα δυο γλυκά της γης,
Αλέκα!
μου έστειλε μαντήλι, μεγάλα μαριανό, και μου ζητάει το χωρισμό. Καλαμαριανή, σήμερα ακριβή, μου πήρε την καρδιά με μία της μάτια. Αντί για να μου στείλει τα δυο γλυκά της γης, μου έστειλε μαντήλι, καλαμαριανό, και μου ζητάει το χωρισμό. Αγάπη μου, ξέρω τι να πω, φοβάμαι μήπως πάθω και κακό. Αγάπη μου, ξέρω τι να πω, φοβάμαι μήπως πάθω και κακό.
Γεια σου ρε Τζόρτζι boy.
Οκ, πάμε και ένα στιχτό, κορίτσι.
Μπράβο, ρε Φοντούλα.
Μείνετε εκεί. Πάμε και ένα στιχτό, έλα. Έλα, πάμε στιχτό. Ποιος, ποιος μωρό μου, ποιος μωρό μου, ποιος έχει φίλη μέχρι και στα κύλια κομμένη, και στα κύλια κομμένη, ποιος έχει φίλη μέχρι, ποιος, θέλω να ξέρω ο Μίτσο.
Σου δούλα.
Βασίλη, ποιος μωρό μου, ποιος μωρό μου, ποιος έφυγε παρκάτα, ποιος τρίβα κι άλλα κάτα, ποιος έφυγε παρκάτα, ποιος, θέλω να ξέρω ποιος. Το μωρό μου να πάρω μια ψαροβαρκά, να πάω να βγω στην Πάρο, να πάω να βγω στην Πάρο.
Γεια σου Έλλη.
Στο τσούρμα του το μωρό μου, στο τσούρμα του, δεν λέει, όλο δεν λέει.
Τι το γεμόχος τώρα. Να σας λέει κακόνισα τον να πούμε.
You Puta, que quieres
this one. Where's that? Feeling hot, hot. Hot, hot. Me man on fire. He's on fire. Feeling hot, hot, hot. Party people all around. Feeling hot, hot, hot. What to do on a night like this? Music sweet, I can't resist. We need a partisan. So we don't bum bum bum. So we don't bum bum. So we don't bum bum. So we don't bum bum bum. So we don't bum bum bum. But you don't bum bum bum. Hey. Amore recordado, por eso te regreso no cobrar. Ese amor, que así de esta manera, ya soy Giorgio. Amore che premera, amore recordado, me llevé, que mi vida yo la venga a vivir así. Bamboleo, bambolea, que mi vida yo la venga a vivir así. No me estás de nuevo.
Mr. Kobe, thank you very much for being with us tonight. It was a great pleasure having you with us. We know that you are very progressive and very good supporter in Famagusta Association and in general for the Cyprus case. What would you say about that? And first, could you tell us how you first got involved?
I've been active in political and social life for many, many years. And in 1974, I was the agent, the organiser of Hornsey Labour Party. And I was also elected to Haringey Council that year for South Hornsey Ward, which includes part of the Haringey Ladder in Green Lanes. And we then had the disaster of the invasion of Cyprus. We had the division of the island. We had a large number of Cypriot people arriving in London, and I did my best to help and support them as a councillor for the community they'd come to. We also then lobbied the then Labour government, led by Harold Wilson, for special resources for my council, for Haringey, particularly for the social services needs for children and others. And I represented that ward for a very long time, until 1983, on Haringey Council. Huge Cypriot community. And I was so impressed by two things. One was the sense of togetherness of the community. Amazing. And the way they worked very hard together. I was chair of the Homeworking Working Party, which was to give rights and opportunities to mainly women workers that were doing homeworking on clothing. these kind of issues, so that we were trying to ensure that the community was respected, the women had opportunities within that community, and that there were good facilities for children there. And so I took up that cause, but also, of course, the cause of the reunification of Cyprus. That sadly hasn't happened. I've been in Parliament since 1983. We've had many discussions and debates about Cyprus. We continue with that cause. Maybe there is now some hopes and some opportunities because of the changed political nature in the north of bringing about that dream of a federal Cyprus with one identity, one nationality, one passport for everybody.
How is your involvement with the Famagusta Association?
I've known Vasilis, who's the mainstay, he's the spirit of this organisation for a very long time. And when he was a young man, he came to see me and said, I want to help you. And I said, how do you want to help me? He said, whatever you want. I said, I need to know more about Cyprus, about the issues surrounding it, about the community. Yes, I do understand the issue, I hope, but can you help me? And he did. He worked in my office for a long time in a voluntary capacity, was a huge help, gave me a lot of good advice and a lot of good sense, and I'm very, very grateful to him, and we've remained good friends ever since, and this goes back now more than 30 years.
Would you tell us about a few things about how are you going from now on to support Cyprus matter, and what would you do for minorities communities here in London?
There's two issues here. One, of course, is the political issue of Cyprus and the need for the reunification, to push for the UN to sponsor talks, to use this opportunity of the change in northern Cyprus, where there's maybe a possibility of some kind of coming together. I hope so. Because it's got to happen. It is ridiculous that such a small island should be so divided. It's just wrong. It doesn't make any sense in the modern world. And so I'll continue to push for that. But what I also defend very strongly is London, multicultural London. I get very angry about the degree of xenophobia in Britain, about the way it was used in the election campaign. I represent a community where there are probably 80, maybe 100 different languages spoken. There are people from every part of the world, there are people of every faith, and they get along. They understand each other. My standard of living, your standard of living, every one of our viewers' standard of living depends on the work of everybody. If you go into a hospital and you're treated, you're probably received by somebody from Jamaica, treated by somebody from India, operation by somebody from Germany, treatment by somebody from Mauritius, nursed by somebody from Africa, released by somebody from England, and so it goes on. It's the United Nations at work in hospitals. So those people that use the xenophobic argument that somehow or other migration is a problem for Britain, they should think a little bit more about how we all exist as a society. If there's a shortage of schools, a shortage of houses, a shortage of hospitals, that's the fault of politicians like me, if you like, for not ensuring there's proper supply of those things. Don't blame the people that do the work for it. Blame those that should have taken more intelligent decisions a long time ago, and ensure that everybody in society, particularly the very wealthy, pay their share to ensure that these services are maintained.
Thank you very much for everything. And
Thank you very much for a lovely evening. What a lovely community. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you for joining us.
You're most welcome.